Hi everyone. Thanks for take a moment to watch this video. This is the first time I do a video like this. I think this video is gonna be like very helpful because there's a lot of people they own these kind of vehicles and they have the same problem, and they might can afford to pay like shops to repair them or at least to diagnostics. I just want to share what I found in this one. This one is 2002 Hyundai Santa Fe. Okay, so the customer complains about after the engine has been replaced 2 weeks after, there is no power at all, no power. So we start checking the engine to see what we can find. So we want to check the timing, but before check the timing and the mass airflow, this one right here, the mass airflow, we decide to do back pressure, exhaust back pressure test. So this is what I found. I removed the sensor, the O2 sensor right here up front on the catalytic converter. I removed the sensor, the downstream sensor, and connect my gauge, my back pressure gauge. You can see it right there. And I found a big surprise. So when I started the engine, I found a lot of back pressure. It was like, I think it's around here, about maybe, I think it might close to 10 psi or maybe 10 psi. So if you see it right here, it says 2500 RPMs. So to do the test, I should rev up the engine at maybe 2500 RPMs. If the needle points over here, that's because it's restricted. But in this case, I don't not even have to rev up the engine. Well, it won't rev up anyway, but just in idle, that thing gets over here. Like, that thing is so restricted, so that's why the engine won't accelerate. I want to start the engine so you can see how much back pressure this engine has. But before, I'm gonna show you how to do the back pressure test. What I did. Okay. Usually, when there is only one catalytic converter, we always have to do that test on the upstream sensor right here on the very top, because when this thing is restricted over here, so the pressures build up between this part and the exhaust manifold. So that's where the pressure is gonna be. But in this case, I did the test on the downstream right here. I removed the O2 sensors, the downstream, just because I found that was easy than the other one. But I found this surprise. After I screw in my back pressure test, I started the engine and I found a lot of back pressure, and I said, why there is a lot of back pressure after the catalytic converter? It shouldn't be back pressure. Now I check the pipe, and the pipe connects right here. Actually, this pipe shares the other one right here on the back. So I think, that's my opinion, that it's not necessary to do the back pressure test and this one, because the fact I found over here pressure, I mean the pressure is still here, in this pipe, and this other pipe right here, we can say that's the same pipe over here. So even if this one is restricted, we shouldn't find pressure over here in this area right here. So that's what I have, 10 or a little bit more psi back pressure. So I think I'm pretty sure the problem is gonna be this one right here. I think that one's a catalytic converter too, and I'm not gonna waste my time trying to check this one or the front one, because like I said, these pipes right here, they shouldn't be restricted. Okay, so the reason why I'm doing this video is because maybe somebody just do the test, and just because they find like back pressure over here, they might end up replacing the catalytic converter, this one and the rear one, that one, and that's gonna be the problem. They're gonna spend a lot of money because they are expensive, and the problem is gonna be the same. So that's what I found this video that was very helpful to share it. See right there, there is another, I think, I'm pretty sure that's a catalytic converter. I need to find out, but I'm pretty sure I did it before in another car. See, that one, I'm pretty sure that's the one is restricted. It's not the one by the engine. So that's the one. So I think they already spent a lot of money replacing the mass airflow sensor, spark plugs, wires, and even the fuel pump, I think. So I think it's a very good idea before trying to replace anything like expensive things like fuel pump, mass airflow. I think it's the easy way to make sure the exhaust is not restricted, because you can buy everything you want, any sensors, and nothing is going to change if the exhaust is not free. I'm going to start the engine right now so that you can see the pressure build up. I'm sorry about that. Too much shaking in this video, but it's hard to do it by myself. Okay, let's start the engine. Okay, you can see the gauge. It's in idle right there. It's already is in 25 RPM option. Like, it's too much. I and I even need to rev up to see that that catalytic converter is not good. Like I said, if you guys, I don't know if you can hear how the engine sounds, but the engine sounds perfect, like no problem. So if anybody has this problem, the engine is not shaking or something, there is no reason to check for ignition coils right here. I mean, it should be a good reason to check the fuel pressure right here, but there is a like special adapter right here to check the pressure, the timing right here. That could be like the same symptom, like if the timing is wrong, the engine could I mean, it will start fine, but it won't rev up the engine. That's why I decided to do the easiest part first before do the timing on this side. So you see the gauge again, that's a lot of back pressure. A lot of back pressure after the catalytic converter. So that's why the problem in this case is going to be the belly block, the third one. It's going to be a third one, and I think it's legal just to eliminate that one and put a like straight pipe, because this engine already have 2 catalytic converters by the engine. So I'm not 100% sure, but the muffler shop they can tell you. So that way you can save a lot of money spending parts, spending money on parts don't need it. Well, like I said, this is my first time doing this kind of video. My English maybe not too good, but I try my best. Thank you for watching this video again, and see you next time. Thank you.